I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I've brought you to a place that houses the bones of Robin Hood, a vampire and the spirit of a headless jester. Welcome to Most Haunted and to Carr House at Kirklees Hall. Carr House is a beautiful residence in West Yorkshire. It forms part of Kirklees Hall, a building that sits on the original foundations which date back to the 12th century, when Cistercian nuns built and occupied a nunnery. With the dissolution of monasteries between 1536 and 1541 by King Henry VIII, the priory was demolished. In 1565, John Armitage purchased the estate and erected a hall on the original site. It's during this time that the burial site of the infamous Robin Hood was discovered, and his remains are said to be buried within the estate. The Armitage family have been the main owners of the estate for many years, and perhaps some of them still reside. The house is now split into several separate residences, but Carr House stands out from the rest as the paranormal activity seems to be playing havoc with the current occupant. Strange noises, objects disappearing, cold spots, poltergeist activity, and full apparitions are all witnessed regularly. Could the spirit of an executed jester be responsible for some of these strange happenings? Allegedly, so the story goes, the jester told an inappropriate tale to a female guest during a banquet and was subsequently dragged downstairs into the basement where his head was taken clean off. The ghost of a grey lady has been seen walking the upper floors. She's believed to be one of the original nuns or a nanny. What is her true identity and why does she still walk Carr House? Are any of these stories true? Or have they all been fabricated over time? The house and grounds have an immense history dating back to the medieval period, so you can imagine just how much energy surrounds the whole building. Now, the main phenomena that occurs in this room is the drainage of electricity and energy. So could this room be a portal to the other side? This apartment used to be the cellars at Carr House, but now it hides a gruesome secret. Down here hides a chopping block where a jester met his death. Allegedly, hundreds of years ago, an unfortunate comedian told an inappropriate joke to his audience. The audience didn't like it. They brought him straight down here into the cellar where he was beheaded, and ever since then, his spirit is said to roam throughout the whole of this area. The ghost of the Grey Lady has been seen several times here in the library by Lady Armitage herself. No one knows the true identity of the Grey Lady or why she haunts, but we have 24 hours to find out.
There's been various sightings of the Grey Lady, particularly by Lady Armitage, who actually owned the house some years ago. And she's known on a number of occasions to have actually seen the Grey Lady, who we believe may have been a housemaid or some sort of servant within the house. And from what we understand, she may have fallen down some steps and actually died. And so she stayed in the house actually haunting it. She doesn't want to leave. Interestingly, in the cellar, there are a number of cold spots, very cold spots. We found out very recently, actually, that there was a jester that was actually here within the house, entertaining guests on an evening. He must have upset some of the guests to the extent that they actually took him down into the cellars and decapitated him. The very end room, I won't go in at all on my own. I refuse to go in that room unless somebody's with me. I'm not easily scared, but that door scares me. There are certain cold spots within the house where batteries drain very, very quickly, both in mobile phones and also in cameras. And people have to keep a constant supply to switch over to keep their equipment going. There is a vampire. She's been called the Kirklees vampire, who wanders the grounds dressed in a black nun's habit with red eyes and sharp white pointed teeth. Several people have actually seen her, and it seems to be quite well known around this area. Who she is or what she's actually doing or looking for, we're not really sure.
This location seemed to have it all. And with so much history and constant paranormal activity, Glenn Hunt had enough information to get his sceptical teeth into, digest, and hopefully be open to admitting this house could possibly be haunted.
Right, this is a beautiful room. And allegedly, let's keep our fingers crossed that the batteries don't go on all our cameras, because apparently all the electricity is drained from this room.
I've heard those stories.
Yeah, I know, it's interesting. Nowhere else in the building, but just this room.
It's a lovely old wood-panelled room, you know, there's all the paraphernalia on the walls as well, the trophies and everything, but also it seems a little out of sorts. There's lots of desks dotted around as well, so obviously it's been used as a random office. So where you'd expect this to be quite homely in a homely house, a grand one at that, then obviously it just doesn't seem quite right, because the space is a little bit higgledy-piggledy.
And also on this room and some of the other rooms on the same level, you hear knocking noises as well, they're quite apparent here. So, you know, that I would imagine as we're talking, you might hear the odd knocking.
Well, one thing you got to remember, as lovely as this house is, effectively, we are on an end terrace. There's neighbours immediately bolted onto the house that way, and behind us in that direction. So there is a chance that we could be hearing some noises. I mean, sound does travel well through solid surfaces, as we know, so that's something we need to look out for. And we are a stone's throw away from the M62, which is worth considering.
Yeah, absolutely. All valid points. One of the things that I find fascinating, though, is over the years, many people in the grounds have actually seen what they describe as the ghost of a vampire. Now, I know, but it's intriguing because lots of different people are reporting seeing this same ghost. Yeah. And they're describing it as a vampire.
But it's a story, though, isn't it? Vampires, you know, I can accept people hear knockings and all of that because it's something we've experienced ourselves. But the story of a vampire, it's just nonsense, isn't it, really? And to an extent, I'm not too bothered about what's happened outside. People who are short-sighted could see what they think is something else in the distance, couldn't they? So, you know, it's just nonsense.
I can hear so many people screaming at the television now as you're saying all of this.
Well, that's not just to throw away anything what anybody believes or anything. And, you know, I do want to experience all of these things for myself. I want to experience my arm getting grabbed, and I want to see a headless jester wandering around the building. But at the moment, you know, I just need that experience, and I don't want to rule it out.
Come on, we've got more to look at. I just love this place. I could move in.
It's very homely, isn't it?
It's lovely. But you know how you mentioned earlier on before about the jester?
Yes.
And the cellar below? Well, I'm intrigued with that story. The fact that there's a chopping block. Allegedly, the jester told a joke. It didn't go down too well, very inappropriate. They dragged him down to the cellar, put his head on the chopping block and whack! And then allegedly his spirit's supposed to roam here.
It is a story, though, isn't it? We've got no evidence that that's the genuine chopping block. And,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
And I think the only people who could be scared of a story like that would be your average stand-up comedian who hopes that wouldn't come true in this day and age, I suppose.
Exactly, and if you're going to try and be funny tonight, Glenn, that's what's going to happen to you.
It's never going to happen.
Now, let's go in here, because there's some stories in here I want to talk to you about. So another beautiful room, absolutely stunning, looking out over the fields there. It's just the best place, and I don't feel at all scared by this beautiful house. However, I do feel frightened about the cellar. There's a really funny feeling about that place down there.
Well, we'll have to try a vigil in there later, won't we, I think?
Definitely. The library, though, here, apparently Lady Armitage saw, on several different occasions, the ghost of the Grey Lady. And the only thing I'm thinking of is perhaps it could be the ghost of a nanny, because there were children here and they would have had ladies coming in to look after the children.
Okay.
Of course, we know that this place used to be a nunnery in the 1100s, but I think they mostly wore white.
Right.
So nobody really knows who the Grey Lady is.
And that's the thing, it's just another story, isn't it? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to disparage anybody who genuinely believes any of this, because I really want to experience it and I want to see something. We all do. And, you know, if I see something tonight, then you've got an out-and-out believer here.
But the thing is these are the people that are seeing this Grey Lady, and she's been seen many, many times by different people. They're not bonkers. They're not going mad. They're not imagining. How can all these people imagine things? And this is what gets me about ghost sightings. Very famous case, Theatre Royal Drury Lane. The whole cast of My Fair Lady sat on the stage having a photograph taken. They all see the ghost of the Grey Man walking in front of them. All of them. So they can't all be nuts.
That sounds like a great publicity story for a
No,
theatre.
it's not. It's a genuinely true story.
Okay.
Genuinely true story. Scientists have come in and try to work out what could have caused that to happen. They couldn't come up with anything logical. And sometimes we just have to have a bit of faith and think, actually, it could be paranormal.
Well, I will say this, and what this house has got going for it is the fact that it is a private dwelling.
Yes.
Everywhere else we've been to in the past has been open to the public. There's always the argument that it can generate publicity for a building. People will come and see it and help pay for its revenue and help pay for its way. This, as a private house, has got nothing to gain from telling people it's a haunted house. So if something does genuinely happen tonight, then it's interesting in itself.
I totally agree. Right, I think we should go and see Eamon, see what his experiments are going to be for this evening, and then let's get going to turn all the lights off in the building.
Okay, let's go.
I'm excited tonight because we're going to get some great stuff. I can feel it in my bones.
We've got a big setup tonight. So we've got the two-way system here, which is going to capture anything which is above the human hearing range. And then just over there, we've got that's going to be a test, actually. I want to sit some people in and have them surrounded by all kinds of frequencies, asking different questions and see what kind of responses we get.
Is that UV light you've got over there?
It is, yeah.
Can I just tell Glenn, because he doesn't know this, I phoned Eamon up when I was having my nails done.
Okay.
She did.
I
That's
did.
True.
I was, Eamon. And what happened was, every time I put my nails underneath the little UV light thing, the radios in the whole of the salon went onto static. And I said, I know it's probably nothing, Eamon, but I don't know. What do you think? Is there something in that with UV light?
Yeah, I mean, UV light actually gives off a longitudinal wave, so it is giving out, you can pick it up, you know, on radio, so that's kind of why we've got them there today.
Well, light is a frequency that we can see, isn't it, ultimately?
Yeah.
So, I get that, really. You know,
So it might help, yeah.
Yeah, it could help. I can understand the thinking behind it. What else are you expecting to get from tonight, perhaps?
Well, we know that there's been some reports of different sounds that have been heard, knocking and just different things around this building. So we're just going to try to see if we can capture any of them and just capture EVPs without any white noise at all as well, just what's purely in the ether.
Well, for me, the capturing EVP without white noise is the most impressive type, because obviously anything that comes through a radio frequency, to my mind, could have some kind of interference attached with it from any radio signal anywhere.
Yeah.
So if it's coming straight into the microphone of a computer, then I think there's something more into that.
Because this place was a nunnery hundreds of years ago, I was thinking perhaps we could find a recording of some nuns doing some chanting. Or how about a chant, perhaps a Tibetan chant, because at the beginning of seances, Ouija boards, sometimes you might use the Tibetan singing bowl, which actually emits a tone which supposedly attracts spirits. So why don't we push out that tone through the speakers and record and see if we get any interaction?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, the beauty of the test that we do is we try to do different things, and any kind of tone that we can put out there is always going to be helpful. So I think we should give it a try.
Just give it everything we've got. Let's see what happens.
Shall we crack on?
I think we should. And can I just say how smart you both look this evening? And particularly you. All you need now is a white pussy on your knee, don't you, really? Why are you laughing at that?
Laughter is always considered a good conductor of paranormal energy. So with us all ready for our night's investigations, I sent Glenn, Darren and Eamon to the cellar, whilst myself, Stu and Carr went upstairs, where it seems something wanted to communicate with Stuart.
As you guys were walking up, as I went into that end room there to turn the lights off, I heard, and it was as clear as day, it was a female's voice and it said Emily.
Shouting, screaming,
it was
whispering?
Emily. That's what I heard, it was that tone.
A woman's
voice. It was a
voice.
female's voice. So then after that I shouted, is Emily here? And no reply after that.
Well, let's get up here then.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Does anybody want to try and make any contact with us? Anyone related to the building?
It's really cold, isn't it?
I've suddenly gone really cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
Is that you? Who's perhaps... Oh, you can see a lot of... It's
Yeah.
actually getting a lot colder, isn't it?
It is getting colder.
It is, and it's warm outside as well.
Hello? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, make 2 loud knocks. Wow.
That's quick. Is this Emily?
Hello, Emily.
Do you know, this is really mind-boggling. We've only just started, and Stuart heard somebody say Emily. You've asked out, and we've seemed to contacted Emily.
Well, supposedly we don't know, do we? Could be playing tricks. But can you make a noise or can you slam the door? God, it's you.
I feel really uneasy.
Can you push those step ladders down? If it did itself.
I think we ought.
Just to let us know that you hit. Did you hear that? Just to let us know that you hit. To let us know that you hit. To let us know that you hit.
What? That was in there.
Did you hear it?
That was like a whistle.
It was like a whistle
Yeah,
or
whistle.
a sigh or something.
Glad you heard the whistle.
Yeah. Hopefully the camera would have gotten that.
Can you make a noise with your voice, please? We can't hear you. You all right?
I just heard a whimper from there.
Did you? I didn't hear anything.
There was a. I'm sure I did.
I'm Glenn.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Darren.
What's your name? Can you say your name again?
David.
Can you say your name again?
David? I mean, that's quite a... I don't know the best way to describe
It does sound like a David, it's really good.
Come on, you don't scare us. We do want to make contact with you, though.
What was that? I heard something.
What's that?
Come on.
What? What?
What, have you seen your own shadow or something?
No, that really scared me. First of all, I heard as if someone was walking towards me, and then it was as if something had actually come up in my face.
Right.
How cold? The temperature difference between that room and this room now. It's
Oh, I
colder
know.
than it was
It's
before.
day and night, Carl, is what it is.
From there to there, you can feel
Yeah.
it.
Because you've got an outside light there.
Yeah, but you've got no draft coming through there, Carl.
No.
I just felt that. Listen. 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 What was that? What was that?
There was something right on that window.
Yeah, I was going to say it came from the back of you.
Yeah.
Sounded like it anyway. So I'm actually pointing
I've
the
just
camera.
closed that. It can't be anything on the window. We're we're a full 2 stories up.
There's no one out there.
If there is somebody here called David, can you knock on the door or the table or the cupboards? Can you make a knocking sound if you are David?
It's really cold.
Any sound, give us a push.
I think psychologically, I feel like, you know, when your hair's stand on their end, that's what it feels like, but I don't know if that's a psychological thing or almost like static.
Either there's something in this room or there's something following us.
That's right. That's right there.
Where are you looking, Carl?
Just there, where you point the camera.
Keep quiet. Are you following us? I'm a bit scared.
That was coming.
I have to admit, I'm not enjoying this.
I'm a bit scared because it's following us.
It is following us.
This is interesting because where you say, can you make a knocking noise in response to the EVP of David?
What's coming out like there? Is that somebody out in the corridor? Hello? That door's
that
closed.
That door.
That is ajar. I don't know if it was before. I thought it was more firmly closed than that.
That was open. That was sorry. That wasn't open. That was closed because
Right, that was closed. This was
wide open.
this was wide open.
Hello? Is there anybody through there? Has anybody come down and closed this door?
See, I was hearing these noises whilst.
That was as we were just talking about that EVP. I was about to play back an EVP at that point. I mean, there's only us down here. We're literally, this is the...
Right, keep the torch off, Darren. If there's somebody,
Something-
have I just walked into you?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank God for that.
Could you, if there is somebody here with us, could you give us a sign of some kind?
I've gone.
Could you try to repeat?
I've gone really cold.
Yeah, really cold and really shivery and really, like I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure, but like the arms are the hairs are standing up on my arm.
If there is somebody down here with us, make these doors close again.
That's a really heavy, solid door, isn't it?
It is.
And that was wide open when we walked through. Is there any way, Glenn, that could have?
No, it's not. You see, it doesn't even. If I just let go of it, it doesn't swing on its hinges in any way. That's a physical movement. That's a deliberate action to
Deliberate
close.
close.
Yeah.
And a deliberate opening of the door, Nick.
And it's not a fire door. It doesn't have a bracket which will make it close. This door, so that wooden door behind us there has been closed. This one's been open. I'm sure of it. This is heavy.
That's a really heavy. But this door has been reported to open of its own. But
This door?
Yeah, but it's a really difficult door to open because it even sort of drags on the carpet as well.
Yeah.
What did you see?
Saw a shadow go right past this door.
Did you?
Get out there
No one there at all.
Where?
Well, there's just no one there. Just it's called a shadow.
There's actually not been any in the room. Should we go? Let's regroup.
Let's regroup.
Something's following us,
Thinking something was indeed following us, I was starting to get unnerved, but we had to carry on. We headed down to the cellar while the other team continued upstairs.
Where's
Where's this chopping block?
in there?
Let's have a little look then. Let's go in there.
Let me go in there first a sec, chaps, and then get me bearings. Whoa! That was this door, wasn't it?
No, it's a chair.
Has it gone over?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can't go over on its own. We didn't.
What, that was on the floor?
Yeah. I just pushed him in case we pulled it.
Right, good.
You're an heart attack. I don't like it at all.
Do you know what? You're right. I don't like it in here.
Hello?
Completely different atmosphere down here.
My heart is just bang, 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 bang. See, look at that long corridor there.
Let's have a look. Let me go in
Right,
there.
it's just such a tiny little... It's a big cell.
there, isn't it? So if there is anybody here with us, make yourself known. Try to speak.
I think that creep was just Darren's foot on the floor. Is that waveform drawing anything when you ask the question?
Yeah, little bits. It is. Just try the back.
Oh, yeah, I can't.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Okay, oh, you all right?
To the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. There's the spirit of a jester here. Were you killed? The three spirits that were with us before, have you followed us down here? What? What?
That was just about to hit you then. That just came off of that door. I literally just caught it.
Did you get that on camera?
No. No.
That, literally, when you were talking, I couldn't work it out because it was just doing this. Now I realised it was obviously coming to hit you. That's why I grabbed hold of it. But that can't do that on its own because it's got to do that.
Physically got to do that, haven't you?
Crying out loud.
Well, have a look at it. Have a look at it.
No, I see.
It's a table.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
That, I'm not kidding, it went right over to...
So that was in that position.
Yeah, similar.
Then
to that
what?
position.
And it just started to move.
I just started to move and I just thought, oh, maybe it's my eyes. But then it got to sort of this part and I thought it's going to hit you.
Right. Okay. Well, obviously there's a poltergeist down here, then, isn't there? Of some description.
Crying out loud, that was scary.
Yeah, it was your reaction that frightened me because I couldn't see what
You
was.
wouldn't have- no.
Well, come on then, do something else. Come on, move the table now. Not looking at it? Or is it only women you want to attack?
Well, why don't I stand in front of it again?
Say again, event.
Why don't I stand in front of it again? And
Okay,
see if
try
it
that.
moves? See if you can feel it moving.
Well, I'm just going to put my hand in front
Well, all light-headed then.
You alright?
Yeah. No. I just for like 3 seconds I just lost my balance. I didn't wobble. It was.
Just
Yeah.
before Yvette said stand in front of there, you'll if that was on me, you'll see my eyes go because I actually.
I did see that, Carl. I did get that.
Hello? If you're here.
Come on, move the table.
Can you do something to let us know that you're here? You're alright, Stuart. You look like you're about to keel over.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
You're not, Stu.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm good, honestly.
You sure?
I'm okay. It's just we're standing here.
Well, should we move then?
Let's
I
move
just
back
don't want
out.
you
Yeah,
collapsing.
yeah.
Nothing's occurring in there now.
What's that?
What is that?
What is that noise?
Oh, that's me.
Where are we going to?
Straight on. Step.
Okay. I'll have to follow you guys.
It was like something was walking.
It was from this end. What the f*** is that?
Hello?
That was a dragging sound. That.
I thought it was like a. Did you not think that, Carl?
Yeah.
I thought it was something being dragged.
Hello?
I thought it was something being dragged when we were down there, and we both said, "What was that?" That sounded
Right,
like a dragging noise.
What's to the left, Carl? Through that door.
To the left, that's the stairs going up. That's just the kitchen. Where the block is.
Right, well, if that's the case, then it's going to be coming from where the block is then, because that's got the tiled floor. This is carpet that we're standing
Did
on.
you hear what I
Oh
heard?
no, I heard it.
I heard
I
something,
it.
yes. Loud and clear.
You would have caught it on that.
This camera would have picked it up. Correct.
It was a proper.
Yeah.
What was that? What was? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
heard
did.
it, yeah.
Hello? I tell you, I did not like that noise because it was demonic. Whatever it was demonic. That was not.
See, I
that
thought it
wasn't-
sounded like dragging.
No, it was a definite breathy thing.
It's not just the gruff tones, it's the weird sparkly noises around it all.
Yeah.
I don't actually understand where that is coming from.
The light of that is
the door shut.
The light of that is just showing that door.
The door shut.
Ours as well. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm walking behind this.
You're right, love.
That door is closed.
It what? It was open.
Look at it,
I
Yvette.
know it's closed now.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Look.
It doesn't close on its own, does it?
No.
We came out of there and we and you both had our backs to it. We
No,
walked forward
wow. Look at
because I
that.
said, and it's on camera, I don't want my back to that because it was open. And then
What's up, Yvette?
white light, a brilliant white light flashed us down there. Saw it with my own eyes.
Well, let's go back down. Do you want...
Not after hearing that noise.
If you're here, come and do something else for us.
We should go back down there, though. We should do. Hello?
Oh, Stuart, behind
Yes,
you.
I know.
behind
I heard
behind
it.
us.
Carl.
Footsteps.
It's back again. Yes, I did hear that.
Are you?
Yeah,
Where are you?
it's gone. I actually smelled like something just walked past me. Perfume. Really floral. It's gone now.
What?
There's a light down there.
I know there is.
I can't see.
What colour light? There's a red flashing one.
No, it was like a classic orb light.
Well, that's what
Well, that's
I
what
saw.
Yvette's just said she's seen. A
White
bright,
light.
a bright light.
What is that?
I have no idea.
It's scratching.
I'm not taking my hand off this door.
It's scratchy noise. Listen.
There's footsteps coming from back there, Yvette. You've got stuff going on back up there. The door's still open.
Don't worry, I've got my hand on this door. I'm not.
I think we should go
Do you think?
to that bathroom.
That's me.
Because that's the only place with a stone floor.
where the
Well, where I could be completely a million miles away from that, but
I'm a bit freaked out about that. I haven't had a door shut on me like that for a long time.
absolutely.
I tell you one thing. There's no way I'd live here.
Wouldn't stay down here. Absolutely no way.
We were all feeling in need of a break, so while we had a well-deserved cup of tea, Carl and Eamon conducted the EVP experiment.
Okay, for this experiment, Carl, we're gonna be trying white noise and we're gonna be trying UV lights as well because of longitudinal waves. So I want you to ask any question you want, and we're gonna record it on the reel-to-reel, on the computer over there, and on this computer as well through that microphone. So whenever you're ready,
Just any questions.
any
Usual.
question.
Is there anyone here? Any spirit entity? Any lost soul? We'd like to communicate with you. Please talk to me. We're not here to ridicule you or disrespect you in any way. We're here with the utmost respect for you. Can you talk to me, please? Can you give me your name? Please tell me your name. Is your name David? If it's not David, can you tell me your name? My name's Carr. We've also got Eamon here. Please show yourself to me. I'm actually hearing some knocks.
It's separate from the audio, I think it is.
No, there's definitely some knocks.
Just for the benefit of the camera and the recording, there's only me and Carl in the room right now, and it's locked. Okay, should we wrap that one up and see what we've got?
Yeah, let's see what we've got.
What have we got here? Let's play that through.
We'd like to communicate with you.
As a response, just play once more.
We'd like to communicate with you. We're here with the utmost respect for you.
That is a thank you, isn't it? That's a thank you, yeah.
Can you talk to me, please? Can you give me your name?
Okay. Alright. We'll amplify that. Again, this is... the good thing about this software as well is it's cutting the white noise out and we're just getting what's left in the edit. So
can you give me your name?
I can't get the name, there's definitely a response there. Do you know what I love about this? And it's something we've discussed before, is that we're getting this in real time.
Yeah.
So this hasn't been taken away. We haven't put it in an edit and then come back later on and said, after listening to this in an edit,
exactly.
this is happening now.
I mean, this is the first time we've heard this because we're literally playing this now.
Yeah.
There's no enhancement. There's only amplification, and that's it. So it just shows you, not only can you see it right now, but it's quite surprising for us as well to hear this.
It cuts out the element of fraud.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Yeah. To put this in perspective, right now we're in this room. It's just us two, and the rest of the room is pitch black. You're asking questions. I'm recording them, and something is talking through that microphone, answering your questions. We can't actually see where that's coming from.
It's always great to see an experiment work so well, and this is definitely something we'll continue to build on. The night was drawing to a close, so we split up again. I went to the upper floors with Glenn and Stuart, while Carl took Darren and Eamon back down to the cellar.
What the?
What is that even?
What is that?
I think that might just be.
Aircon or something.
I'm really not sure.
On for about 3 seconds.
But that was a really weird noise. I don't think anything's on in there. Whoa! Whoa!
That door shut.
Well, that door shut. We were absolutely nowhere near that at all. We were right over the other side of that room, the three of us.
Is there anybody here?
Just back round.
Are there any spirits here that might want to communicate with us? Hello? Come and say hello. Come and say hello to me and to Glenn and Stuart. Can you make a noise?
But that was shut before.
Yeah.
I know what's weird is Darren was just in front of me and you were stood by each other.
Yeah.
Well, we must have been, what, 10 feet, 15?
From the...
15?
Yeah. We were too far away to be able to close that ourselves, but it's not the first time that's happened, so I'm not surprised. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
This is where we got that David EVP in here.
If you're here. What's that say?
I just heard movement to the left of me then. It felt like it was really close, something moving. Just here. It was the same as what I had in the back room over there. Did you just...
I've been off balance down here a bit, and I'm just off balance again there. Like,
Well, I just heard as if something right in my ear was just doing like a little crunchy noise. Like a little crunchy, scrumply noise. I can't even...
Getting that static thing again, you know, you feel like your hair's moved, something's like a cobweb or something's... It's hard to explain. But there's a temperature change down here. There's not many places that really bother me, but this place is really eerie. It's just down here for me that's been the most active. And this corridor, it is really strange.
Was that you then closing that?
I was right behind you.
Does it show?
Because we all heard that close then.
Yeah.
My computer's just gone off.
It doesn't show on its own. It doesn't show on its own. It doesn't show on its own. Suddenly it's taken a turn for the worse.
Can you actually see anything down there now? I can't actually see. It's
I'll
pitch
turn the
black.
main infrared light on.
I'm right behind you.
You can just make out walls.
There's something scary about night vision, books, shelves and busts.
What kind of busts?
Well, you know, the statue busts.
Not the booby busts.
Not the female version, no. Just looks eerie.
How do you feel?
Something really weird down that end of the corridor. The further you get down this corridor, the weirder it is.
Keep going off balance. Talk to any spirits down here. Any entities? Any lost souls? If you're trying to communicate with us, we desperately want to talk to you.
I just realised I got my back to that and I don't want my back to that area down there.
Did you just touch me on the ear then?
No, hands.
That's what I got exactly in that spot, as if something was,
But this is what
right next to my ear.
What I was saying down there as well is the feeling, almost like a cobweb feeling. You know, something sort of crossing your face, like a static feeling.
I don't feel at all. I don't actually feel that there's anything in this room.
No. Feels pleasant, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although the cellar had been active, the upper floors had been quiet. As a last part of our investigation into Carr House, we conducted a Ouija board, but the glass fell still. As morning was fast approaching, I decided to call an end to our investigation here. And what an investigation it was.
Hello? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, make 2 loud knocks. Wow.
We'd like to communicate with you.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
What is that?
Is this Emily? Whoa! Whoa. That door shut. Did you just touch me on the ear then?
No, hands.
We can't hear you.
Whoa!
David.
Let us know that you hear. Did you hear that?
Go on.
It was as if something had actually come up in my face.
Blimey, mate. Which way would we run?
What?
That was just about to hit you then.
Listen. What's that?
What is that?
What is that noise? Come on, door shut.
It has as well. Sorry.
What?
What's up, Yvette?
White light, a brilliant white light flashed us down there.
Whatever haunts Carr House certainly made its presence known to us tonight. It's a place full of mystery and intrigue. Until next time, sleep tight.